On this episode of the Third Gallon Podcast.
Why is it always Nug?
Player, Nug.
Deep in the foul sewers beneath Maribor.
You had entered this ancient elven sewer network underneath the city of Maribor, looking for Matt Mercers. I mean cultists.
Same thing, really.
Eineth contracts a nasty disease.
Yeah, Eineth just suddenly. Oh, I don't feel too good. Oh.
Boy, are you starting to look a bit green there.
It's not my color.
And Intrepid Inc. discovers just how dangerous these sewers are.
We gotta go. I don't think we could do this. And he stumbles down the walkway. He's like, we gotta go.
The hunt for the cult continues.
I'm sure nothing bad could possibly happen.
Now.
Last week when I was going to talk about flying, I wanted to talk about like traveling more generally because I don't get to do a lot of travel, and I wanted to talk about like, you know, the different places that you may have been or want to go. And like, you know, there's some places that you want to go that's reasonable and like you might actually be able to do. And then there's the, you know, dream location traveling. And last week we kind of got off the rails on Metal Tube, and that has carried over into this week. So I want to pass it around the table again real quick before we devolve into more Metal Tube. Where would you like to go? Like if maybe not necessarily vacation, but to travel anywhere, and like two picks, one place that you could actually see yourself going, like, you know, the next 5 to 10 years, maybe if you wanted to. And then if you could go anywhere, where would you want to go?
Pluto.
Does anyone want to...
Okay, I'll go first because I have a good, simple answer. I have a hard time differentiating between in 5 to 10 years, with enough planning, you could probably go anywhere.
Probably.
Nice.
If you knew it.
Not us.
But like, I have always wanted to go to Alaska.
Ooh.
Just because Alaska's pretty.
Derek was talking about going to Alaska recently, too.
I was like, what time of year?
Anytime, honestly.
Because there's so many beautiful things at all times there.
I mean, of course, if you go
summer.
when it's super dangerous, like lots of snow, you might not. I like snow, but I'm sure it's a bit much.
What about like during the winter
like,
when it's the always night?
I would still give it. I've never been to a place like that. That would be interesting in and of itself.
Big spooky.
I don't know if I'd like to go to like a Balto town because
A Balto town?
like a small town where there's nothing. Like if there's a city where during the always night where, you know, it's not as dangerous to exist there.
If that one Hallmark movie has taught me anything, was a city in Alaska like nestled in a valley. I don't remember the name of it. I'm going to sound really stupid when I say this, but it looked really cool.
But I missed out on a chance to go to Alaska one time for a missions trip, and I've always been sad ever since because that was like my one chance to go to Alaska. And I've always wanted to go because I've heard it's pretty.
Why didn't you end up going?
I had other plans I had to do.
You should have fucking canceled them. You're making
It's
that
life.
noise because you know I'm right.
It's life.
So then what's your dream
Yeah.
trip?
Is it
Because
also
Alaska
Alaska?
sounds like the conceivable trip.
At this point, Alaska, I don't really want
Only Alaska.
to go
Alaska.
anywhere
Only
else.
Alaska.
I hear other places smell bad, so I don't want to go there.
My
Other
sister's immortal
places,
quote.
Once again, Metal Tube bad, so
Oh my God.
kind of
You would
limits
have to take the metal tube to get to Alaska.
Not necessarily, but yes, I know I would.
Did do ship.
I could do like a ship, but like realistically speaking, Metal Tube is only real option.
Train, maybe? Train, maybe?
That's a long train, but
Train,
yeah.
maybe?
Take
Train, maybe?
train.
Long train tracks, normal size train.
But like, I don't know. I've never like. I mean, you think about like Paris or London.
Smelly.
I don't really care. I don't care to go to any of those places. It's just another city. Go to New York. It's just another city.
Have you been to
there's
New York
free
City?
dogs everywhere.
No, free dogs. Sign me up.
Jacob,
Why is it always dog?
let me just interrupt here because I have been to New York City. I've only been able to go once. It is not like every other city.
Well, I don't like being in huge crowds.
I know, but like
So,
what
like-
you got to understand about New York City is the sheer magnitude of it.
I don't like that.
Well, I'm not saying you have to like it or anything. I'm just saying it is not like any other city.
No, I hear you.
And then, to be fair, there's also other cities in that class, but New York City is freaking humongous and worth visiting if you have the chance, I would say.
I would not be against it. I just have no great want to.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know, Disney World. There we go.
There
Bam.
you go. Bam.
Gibney.
Dibney.
What about you, Kat?
You go, Kat.
Because as soon as Jacob said he wouldn't want to go to like Paris or Europe or something,
This isn't about me. It's about you.
bump that. Dream vacation, a tour of all the artists' dream places of Europe. See the Louvre, see the Sistine Chapel, go to the Van Gogh Museum. I'm getting excited just thinking about it. Like, it would make my life. I could go see the Rembrandt house. There's so many things like, oh my goodness, it would be dream, but that would be beyond any comprehension because to go to Europe would be outside of what my career people can handle.
I agree.
But a more realistic one, I do like Jacob's Alaska go. But there's some other really amazing places in the States. Like, there's also like Washington has like beautiful mountains and such.
Mid. Colorado better. TBH.
I don't know.
Did you say Colorado?
I would love
better?
to go.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I would love to go to Costa Rica again. I did a short study abroad. Prices there would be completely reasonable if, I was to save up for a few years.
Right.
It's not like the euro where it's way more than the American dollar. Not to mention there's a lot of cool like biodiversity to see in a place like Costa Rica. I know a considerable amount of Spanish and could pick up more to feel more comfortable. I've been there before, but no, I'd go to Europe in a heartbeat.
That's fair.
See
Drow,
the museums.
you feel like you have some strong opinions on this.
Australia or New Zealand.
That's your dream spots.
I want to go there and get eaten by a shark.
And see the kookaburras.
Fuck the birds. I want to get
please
eaten
don't.
by a shark.
Please don't.
Or do. I'm not
No.
going to stop you.
Don't.
The police
You
Don't.
could
might.
also be
Please
bitten by
no.
a spider or a snake.
Do not the bird.
Do not the bird. Please do not the bird.
I saw a video recently about a bunch of spiders in Australia moving away from flooding or something like that. And it was just like a wall full of spiders. And it was nightmare fuel.
Sounds like hell.
It was pretty bad.
Australia,
Going to see the
Or-
Shire would be great.
New Zealand would be both attainable and dream. I also would like to go back to Colorado, meet some of my new online friends.
Like in the
Are they
Denver
from
area.
Colorado?
Yeah.
Huh.
Like 7 of them.
Really?
7 of them. Yeah.
No, so Colorado, is that like Denver area? Like,
Yeah.
Is there anything specific, obviously besides friends, that you would want to see or do in Colorado? Digimon
took place there.
That's nice, Jacob.
Well, I mean, part of it from the movie because it was in Colorado Springs, Colorado.
There's a brand of mead that's only sold there that I would like to try. Yes.
Ooh.
It's an apple cranberry one.
Oh, apple cranberry sounds delightful.
There's a lot of good brewing in Colorado.
Also dank.
Aha. Weed.
That's a negative.
Just a
Smells
brownies
so
once.
bad.
Just a brownies once.
Jacob, we
Smells
smell that around here anyway, and it's not even legal.
I don't. Could you imagine how bad it would be if it were?
Yes. I've been to Colorado.
Cannot
It's fine.
imagine.
It's fine.
So where would your dream and attainable visit be?
For me, I honestly, I'm torn because I've always wanted to see the Pacific Northwest. So that's like Seattle or Vancouver.
Washington.
I said Washington too.
Yeah, but I guess not Seattle, the city, but like that side of the mountain range up in the Pacific Northwest. I've always wanted to visit it. I've never been.
The Pacific Blue Ridge Mountains.
Exactly.
Yeah, the mountains.
But then also like Alaska during like the summertime specifically. It's kind of, it's not exactly the same area, but up that way, just a lot further. But at the same time, I went to DC a while back, and I wish I had more time to stay there. I think I was only there like 4 days, maybe 5. And it was during like December. So we didn't have a lot of daylight for stuff. So I kind of would like to go back there, maybe in like the fall or something like that. It was great. And then if I could go anywhere, I would want to go to Western Europe, like not specifically the art side of things. I've always wanted to visit Germany and Belgium. Those are my like top two spots because there's a lot of like, I don't know, there's a lot of beer that I get from Europe that I like. But not just that, there's also a lot of history there. And then in the same area, but close would be like the United Kingdom, Scotland, England. There's just tons of history and spots there and beer that I'd love to have. There's so many places, but again, like Kat said, traveling to Europe is an ordeal. And if you don't have a lot of time
and money,
it becomes a bit harder. Drow, you said that going to New Zealand and Australia is like possible in the future, and that would I guess we technically could, but it would be very difficult to plan for.
It's like I could see Costa Rica being conceivable with like years of saving and planning.
Yeah, you'd have to save up for years, but boy.
But feasible. Europe, not feasible.
Yeah, Europe less so. I don't know. I guess flights to Europe might be not so bad, but boy. I wish I could travel a bit more. I haven't done it much, but every time I do get the chance to travel, I always enjoy it.
It's like aside from my one study abroad, the only traveling I have done has been to see family.
Right.
And a work conference. Like I've not traveled any farther than the beach just for the fun of it.
Well, if you'll afford me a moment, why don't we travel? No. Why don't we travel to the world of The Witcher? Because long ago, the worlds collided in a cataclysm known as the conjunction of the spheres. Chaos filled the world as vampires, ghouls, trolls, humans, and other monsters poured into the world. The Witchers, mutated by magic and alchemy, were created by human mages to stem the tide.
Stem the tide!
Hundreds of years later, monsters are rare, but evil remains. As poop ravages the northern kingdoms,
and now the mist is gone.
Monsters lurk without and within in the world of The Witcher. This is really appropriate for our sewer episode.
Oh man.
That one got cat. That one got cat hard.
Oh, I have cried.
Spheres.
I almost threw a Twizzler at you.
What were we doing last time?
Inef was dying.
Oh yeah, you got sick as fuck.
Like you got the poo-poo sneezes.
The poo-poo sneezes.
You got the poo-poo kachoo. Yes.
Pikachu?
Yes. Last we left when last we left our intrepid band of sewer contractors, you had entered this ancient elven sewer network underneath the city of Maribor, looking for Matt Mercers. I mean cultists.
Same thing, really.
Same thing, apparently, in our games ever since that one time Jacob ran up, and it's not important. And you had found these like refugees under the city in a makeshift camp. Then you explored further on. They warned you of the cultists in the sewer, and they told you that there was a golem who was fine as long as you didn't bother him. Yeah. And you found him.
He operates the switches.
And I named him Hugo.
You named him Hugo. He operates the switches, but you also found something else. A metric butt ton of drowners.
Well, yeah, because there was a skeleton and he had a key in his hand.
And you also found the remains of one of the cultists that apparently got shoved.
We didn't know that.
Remember, he said there was the one of the refugees said he shoved a cultist into the.
I did
sewer.
not put two and two together.
Oh, I thought you already did.
No, I'm done.
Big reveal.
Take it.
He was holding some metal key with an hourglass shaped head or something like that, and that's where we left off. You fought
the time key.
You fought these drowners. You beat them pretty handily. However, Inef had started getting sick. You had failed an endurance check earlier when you passed through the refugee camp, and now you are sick. I'll go ahead and tell you what you have. You have what is known in this adventure as sewer pox.
Oh dear.
You will take a -2 to all your actions.
It's squid pox.
And
Pimple
Pentapox.
And and your max stamina is now going to be halved until the disease is removed.
Jeez.
Not great.
Yeah, Inef just suddenly. Oh, I don't feel too good. Oh,
Boy, are you starting to look a bit green there.
it's not my color.
You guys have defeated these drowners. What do you guys want to do now? The golem is still frozen and unmoving. The viscous black sludge oozes along slowly in this main sewer chamber. The drowners are dead, and you guys are out of combat.
I want to get that key from the skeleton's hand, but I do not want to step on the drowners to do so. So let me ask you this. Can Nug stack drowner bodies in the water to the point where he could step on one to reach the key and quickly step off?
You could certainly try.
You
Or-
can certainly try.
Or you could just ask me to craft some sort of a net.
Craft stick.
So,
Yeah,
I mean, I would
Craft
take a
stick?
-2, but I got high crafting, and I don't think it would be that hard to make a makeshift net that you could grab the key with.
I mean, if Ineth could craft a stick to reach the key, then that sure would mean we wouldn't have to step in the sludge.
Why don't you make me a crafting check, Ineth?
At
Will do.
-2.
-2.
I know. Submit. I still got a 21.
21. That is definitely sufficient. So you're able to find maybe some rods, some metal tubes.
Except I will note there's a little bit of phlegm on it. You might not want to touch that part.
Yeah, you might want to hand him, make sure he has some protective
Put some gloves on.
But yeah, you're able to lash some detritus and other bits together, maybe with some gear you have, and make effectively like a little hook on the end of a long stick.
I mean, I don't want Rothnug to have to get into the sludge or even risk him coming too close.
Right. So I've described this thing as a key a couple different times. Let me get it exactly right for here. A key with an hourglass-shaped stem is in this skeletal hand. It's not just like bones, though. It also has like dried, gross flesh still on it.
Ooh,
But you get this key. What do you want to do?
Delightful human jerky.
That was a mental image that I did not need. So there is, if you're looking around here, there are 2 different exits to this chamber.
Bitch.
One to the south.
So gross.
There's like these 2 gates for the sewage. One of them is open and lets sewage out. The other one is closed and there's no sewage passing. So there's a walkway that goes along the closed dry side. And up to the north, there is a doorway with some overflow on the walkway.
Gonna say, isn't there sludge overflow at that door?
There's a little bit of overflow, but there is an open door that way.
I would like to avoid the sludge.
Much overflow. Like, would it be ankle deep or like not even that much?
Like ankle deep, and it's just like this bubbly. It's not like sludge. It's more liquidy, and it's just bubbling a
Is
little bit.
it moving?
No,
Okay, because if it was moving, that would be potentially dangerous.
but it is bubbly.
So it's bubbly moving, but not like current moving.
Correct.
Okay.
Is this sludge dangerous? It's just waste, isn't it?
Inef in the background coughing up a lung.
I mean, look at it as a skeleton. Did the sludge eat that away, or was that a drowner's, or whatever these things were?
If any of us had
Never
like
did a monster lore
a
check.
bit of meat, we could like throw the bit of meat in and see if it sizzles or something.
I would say, concerning the monster lore there, drowners are a common enough thing for you to know what one is
fair.
without knowing anything special about it.
Drowner, comma, sewer.
Yes.
Comma giant.
No, they're not giants. They're just drowners.
Dwarf-sized drowners. So you want to throw like a hunk of meat in this water?
Like into the overflow
Sure.
part and see if it like sizzles. Like what does it do to a hunk
Does
of
it
flesh?
melt the meat?
It does sizzle a little bit.
What?
See, I had a good idea.
It doesn't instantaneously like dissolve it or anything, but it does sizzle it a little bit. I'll say that much.
So we have reason to believe the sludge is acidic of some sort.
What is the sludge?
Jacob,
It is the
Waste is awful.
collective waste of everyone who's had Taco Bell in Maribor.
Boy.
May God rest their souls.
I suppose we go to the south.
That Taco Bell doesn't close down for nobody. Not Nilfgaardian occupation, not nobody. Okay, so you're going to go to the south?
Let's avoid Hugo.
Guess.
Let's
Hugo
not bother Hugo.
is motionless.
As much as Inef wants to check him out, because he's probably magic, but he's also probably got like crafted parts too. She's not going to mess with him.
Alrighty, so you go to the south?
I guess. Everybody cool with that?
Definitely can't go stealth anymore with poor Inef.
We cool? South?
I
Inef
mean,
gives you a weak thumbs up.
I could try to do the cleansing ritual.
Oh, if you could, that would be nice.
Is this a major illness?
This is an illness that you could remove with cleansing ritual, yes.
What's the check?
The DC for the disease?
Yeah.
15.
15? Okay.
What is the time to do the cleansing ritual?
10 minutes, I think.
Do you have all the components?
They took eschew components.
Yeah, I have about 100 crowns worth of it.
Okay, if you want to figure out how much it costs and mark it off, I will allow it.
I would appreciate it.
So I looked it up.
Yeah?
There's a lot of different costs, and they're listed in different places, very annoyingly. Some of these are in the alchemical
tell
area,
me.
and some of them are in the gear area. I'm going to say 30 crowns for the
Okay,
total.
70 it is.
70?
Yeah, that I got left.
Well, you cast this, you take the time to draw the chalk and the lines and do the magic in the stinky, gross sewers next to the drowner bodies. Make me a ritual crafting roll.
I'm gonna slap some luck on that.
Slather it up with some luck.
Yeah, I'm gonna do 2 points.
Oh, thank you.
32.
32. Wow, that is going to crush it. You absolutely remove this disease in Ineth. You don't have to worry about that nasty sewer pox.
Hey, you get your stamina back.
So I can go back to the stamina I was at?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm also gonna cast Air Pocket on myself, and that lasts for 2d10 minutes.
Okay.
And it creates a pocket of fresh air around me.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, and it's 3 duration, and my focus is 3, so I'm just gonna do that.
All right. Yeah. So go ahead, mark the stamina and everything for that.
I think that I can only have one available at a time,
It's all right.
and it's a meter around me.
Nug has a really good endurance, so it's all right.
Inef might stay close.
All right. So you said you guys wanted to head towards the south of this room along the dry canal, right?
That way
Yeah,
we don't
sure.
have to walk through the acidic feces.
Please no.
What is wrong with your sewer?
Taco Bell. So you're coming in from the right side of this map or the east side. If you would like to place yourselves there. You see this magical fog, this miasma continue into this chamber. It is still magically lit. It is, in fact, lit in here.
It's lit.
And you see this room, which consists of a single bridge that connects 2 walkways on either side of this large basin. So there is no filth in the basin; it is dried up, but it is still a bit of a fall down into there.
How far?
Yes.
What's his name?
Its name is Bill, and let's call it
6 meters.
let's call it 5 meters. It's pretty deep.
Well, alrighty then.
Lots of poo can be held here in this basin. But the most important thing you see when you come into this room is sitting on this bridge going across the basin, guarding it, is one of these little guys. I don't know.
What is that thing?
A giant
Tick?
no,
It looks like a tick with a star mouth.
It's the
bulbous insectoid creature
Oh, no.
with a star-like toothy maw.
No, take it.
God damn it, Matt
It's a
Mercer.
star-mouthed tick, and I hate it.
Stop that. And it...
We need to go north. we leave.
We should just turn around.
It's what insects.
I go home now.
Arachnid,
And
not
it-
spider, but
And this thing looks
arachnid.
like this. This is exactly what you see. Its frame is like rubbing up against the top of this walkway or on top of the ceiling in this chamber. Why don't we all roll for initiative real quick?
It's horrifying.
I'd rather Not?
I'm afraid I'm gonna have to ask you to roll for initiative, sir.
And I don't have to take a -2.
Nope.
Thank you, Drow.
You are good.
This is
Thanks
how Nug
Thank
dies.
you,
to Drow.
Viverwin.
I'm sure Nug will be absolutely fine. Alrighty, let's get to initiative. I have rolled. What did all of you get for
I got
initiative?
11.
11.
Nugthamy got 13.
Nugtholomew?
Nugtholomew, yeah, I was about to say.
Nugwin. Nugwin and Nugneth and
We're all just Nug. Why is it always Nug?
Player, Nug.
Nug ahead.
I got 17.
Right.
Is this Nug?
Is this why is
Nug?
everything always? Why is it always Nug?
Why is it always Nug?
Why is it always dog?
Dog ahead.
Mushroom.
He sees giant tick monster.
Dog ahead. That's not a dog.
Oh, there's a
Dog.
that is not a good boy.
Okay, so top of round 1, it's Viverwin's turn. I heard rumblings among this party that you wanted to get the fuck out. What are you going to do?
We could just run if we chose
We could
to,
just run if we wanted to.
and decide to waltz through the acidic feces in the north.
What's worse, giant tick monster or acidic poop?
I actually don't know.
Me neither.
I mean, theoretically, if we just stay over here and let Viverwin hurl fireballs at it, we might be fine.
Well, I mean, you and I could at least shoot. You could shoot crossbow bolts, but it could get over to us, couldn't it?
Maybe.
There's
I don't
nothing
think you
blocking
guys
it.
weren't in front of me. Yeah, I'll go here
Okay.
and shoot some fire at it.
All right. Go ahead, make me some attack rolls.
19.
Ooh.
Not bad.
19
That's a 3.
with a 3. Unfortunately,
Wait, a 19
I beat
is
it.
with a 3?
I
That's not bad.
rolled. I also rolled a 3, but I got a 20.
Yikes.
You see it, even though it's large and stuck in this chamber, much like
I'll go
some
again,
poorly
then.
plotted videos on the internet, it definitely dodges out of the way of your firebolt.
It squishes out of the way.
Trow is looking at me, mouth agape.
Fucking chamber.
I'm stuck in the washing machine.
Oh, what are you doing, stepbrother? Oh, okay.
Oh my god. 15.
15 on the second attack. So I will roll again to dodge.
Don't forget to take a -1 to stamina.
It's a good point. I will do so, but unfortunately I rolled well and I got a 22.
Goof.
That's scary.
not
Viv
great.
couldn't hit it.
Okay. That's that. That's Viv's turn. It is now its turn. You also notice now, I should have said it earlier, when you look down into the pit, you see just this ton of webbing from this creature.
Fantastic. Jeez, that's great. It doesn't have to take its turn. It could wait.
It could just wait and let us kill it. It could be like, I'm a horrible monster. Kill me.
Are you asking this monster to have a sense of self-reflection?
Yes, please.
Yes.
All right.
It is going to do a thing.
What?
Please do not the thing.
Do not the
Please do
Viverwin.
not the players.
Please do not the
Unfortunately,
players.
I'm going to have to.
Please do not the Viverwin.
I'm going to do the wait.
What are you, a dwarf?
It is going to shoot web at you, Viverwin.
Oh, great.
You are within range, and so I'm going to roll a certain thing. You can roll to dodge this, if you would like.
Yes. I guess my shit's just not good. I got a 16.
16? All right, so here, I got to make my attack roll here.
You
So
only have a
16.
+1 to your dodge, though, don't you?
Yeah.
Submit. I only got a 13, so you see this massive ball of web just stick to the wall next to you. Smooth move, X
It would ruin your Gucci bag, so you have to.
It would, and it's going
Webbing
to
in my Valentino white bag?
it's going to back up a little bit.
What? Coward.
And that's its turn. It is now Nug's turn.
Oh, Nug could make a rash decision.
And jump.
Well, no, he's not going to jump. But he could still make a rash decision. He's, all right, I guess we's fighting this thing, getting we?
We don't have to.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
So that's a full action to run.
It's a full action to run.
All right, that's your turn.
I am really hoping I don't regret this.
It'll be funny if you do, though.
It is certainly bold.
This is how Nug dies. I can almost guarantee it.
Alrighty, that's your turn. You've backed this thing into a corner. I'm sure nothing bad could possibly happen.
I mean, you say it like that, it makes it sound like
All right,
something
Ineth,
bad
it is
could
now
happen.
your turn.
Ineth is going to take a slightly safer route and see if she can hit it with an arrow before anything
All right,
else.
it should still be close range for you, even though it's across this gap. You should be able to hit it still. And
If I manage to hit, I do a good amount of damage with the bow.
You can go ahead and have your bow being drawn, since that's what you
That
used
was the last thing I used.
Yeah.
That was what I was going to argue that because I used it last, because I still have it out.
Alrighty.
Submit.
Submit.
Crap, I fumbled.
That is a
by
fumble.
6.
Uh-huh.
Is that a special fumble?
There is. Ranged attack fumble by 6. The ammunition you fired or weapon you threw hits something hard breaking. Oh, so no big deal. Your arrow broke.
Your arrow broke. Okay. For the audience, Jacob is not intoxicated. Jacob is just tired.
He took some Dayquil.
And I guess it hit me weird.
Oh.
Yeah, Jacob is just tired, and when Jacob gets tired, he
So out
slurs
of it.
his words like he's a drunk man.
Did I really?
Yes,
Yeah.
you totally were
Yeah.
slurring your
I'm
words.
so sorry. I try to focus.
I'll try to focus.
Roll its
That's what you just
defenses.
said.
Well, you know, I did. I actually
Okay.
fumbled on the defense, but I still beat your score.
Oh.
I rolled so bad.
Well, how did you fumble?
I fumbled by 2.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
So it didn't break my weapon or hurt anyone or me.
No. Boy. All right, so that's your turn. It's the top of the round again. I can't wait to kill a player character when Jacob is very tired. It'll be great.
Stop dead.
There's nothing like doing death and dying rules when your player can barely keep their eyes open.
I'd cry. I'd be emotional.
LMS if you cry every time.
Viv, it is your turn.
Set this thing on fire.
That's the idea, Daddy.
Burn it!
Let's start from the top.
Okay.
20 for the first spellcasting roll.
20. All right, let me
Yes.
try to dodge that real quick here.
And then I'm gonna cast again.
Oh my god, I am rolling rocks tonight.
Oh.
And another 20.
And a tie goes to
no.
the defender.
I rolled a 24 for the first to dodge. Let me roll the second one in front of you guys. Here we go. That's gonna
Oh
be
my
a
God.
30.
Man.
This thing is just nimble. Maybe it's like swinging under the bridge really quickly with its spindly little legs and dodging right out of the way. That's
Ugh, gives me
large.
the creepy
Stop.
crawlies thinking about
Its
it.
large, undulating body wiggling as it dodges.
yeah.
I hate it.
That's gotta suck because that is really burning through the stamina for you.
Yeah.
I would apologize, but I'm the GM.
That thing has quite the back sack.
That's your turn unless you would like to move. And Drow has almost vomited. Would you like to move? Because you already took your 2 actions.
No. I'm good.
Alrighty. Okay, so
Whatever it's about to do, just remember it does not have to do it.
I'm afraid that's not correct. I do have to do it. I have a claw, and I get to use 2 attacks per round with it. So I'm going to roll against you real quick, if you won't mind
Dodge,
rolling
dodge,
your
dodge, dodge,
defensive
dodge.
roll here.
I'm gonna use a point of luck on this first defensive roll.
Okay.
I will dodge. Oh, Nug crits his dodge.
All right, let's
For a
see what
total
I
of
get.
33.
That's a good dodge. You nimbly dodge out of the way of its attack, and here comes the second attack.
And Nug, I will also spend another point to dodge.
Again, a
Oh,
33.
no,
No,
that's
that was
me.
the Racknet. Oh, bad. Never mind.
Maybe I spend more.
No, you already said 1.
Come on, Nug. Come on, Nug.
There's no way this ends well. You know what, though? this is worth spending a bottle cap.
You're gonna do a bottle cap
I'm
to
gonna spend my bottle cap to
roll twice, take the better. You can still spend luck on a bottle cap.
I know. I'm spending one. First attempt.
That's a 33 that you have to beat.
That's a lot to beat.
So that would be
That's a 2 on the die.
2 on the die. All right.
Oof.
Oh,
Oh, you really need that to not be a
this
critical.
could be the end of Nug.
Another 18.
Hey, that's a deadly critical. I'm pretty sure.
No, I
Oh,
don't.
crap.
I don't know. Hold
No,
on.
that's a difficult 18 plus. Oh no, it's only a complex.
It is
which
complex.
isn't great, but it's
Better than
still
deadly?
Deadly.
Well, no, it's still difficult. It's difficult because 18.
30.
It's 33.
That's right.
So that's 10 would be 28, 12 would be 30, and I got 3 more on top of that, so that's 15. No,
That's deadly.
that's deadly.
Oh, no.
Oh, this is
Uh-oh.
the end of Nug, guys.
No.
All right, I'm going to roll 2d6.
Oh, boy.
I knew this was going to happen when you're tired. You ran right in to my
Well,
toothy
to
maw.
be fair, you critical. You got a 10 and then you rolled a 9. So like that is 10 more than any roll that's not a critical. Otherwise, I would have been more or less fine.
Yeah.
That's the dangerous thing about this game. It was bound to happen.
If you rolled even just a 7, it would have been a lot more manageable.
Rip out Nye.
This may not. It's going to have to depend on what I roll for the critical to depend on if it kills you or not.
Yep.
And also the
insane.
damage.
Most of these will kill Nug.
Well, what I'm
my
going to say,
goodness.
and this is very important. If the damage I roll, because I know what the die is for it, doesn't beat your armor, I will reduce the tier of critical by 1.
Take it.
Because
I'll
that's what
put
we
a bottle
did.
cap on that.
That's what we did with Viverwind. Well, that's for rolls, not for damage rolls.
I
Regular
spent
rolls.
my last bottle cap or I'd have helped.
It's too late now.
So I'm going to hold off on rolling for the deadly critical, and I'm going to roll the 5d6 first,
Oof.
and I'm going to roll them in person.
Oh, so much pain.
The end of Nug.
Not the end of Nug. Uh-oh. The math.
What is your armor?
20.
And that's for every body part.
Yes.
I rolled 2 1s, a 2, and a 3, and a 5
Oh,
for 12 damage.
Oh,
So what we will do is reduce it to a complex critical.
that's still not great, but it's still much better.
Excuse
you have a
me.
better chance of living.
Difficult critical. It's deadly
yes, difficult.
So I'm going to roll 2d6, and you
Yep.
tell me what we get for Nug.
Do you have a better chance of living now?
Oh, absolutely.
That's going to be an 11.
Concussion. All right. The blow caused a minor concussion. Make a stun save every 1d6 rounds and take a -2 to int, reflex, and dex.
Okay, so go ahead and take that. You're going to make a stun save every 2 rounds. You will have to make one this round because you got hit with a critical. Is that a head injury?
It's a concussion.
Yep.
All right.
So that's just 10, because I don't think, does that damage get multiplied?
Yes.
It does. Really?
Remember, you damage goes through whatever damage gets past your armor. You add
That's right.
to the
So
thing.
that's 24 damage.
Yeah, 24 damage.
Oof.
And I need you to make a stun save immediately for the critical, and then in a couple rounds for
no.
your concussion.
24 damage will leave me at 26.
And remember that, because if you live through this fight, you're going to have to deal with healing the concussion with everyone's stuff.
Yes, hold on, let me
Yeah.
get done adding my modifiers to, uh-oh, dog is in trouble.
Can I... do you need help? Is there something I can do? Do you need a bottle cap?
Right now, no.
Okay.
All right, so that's the damage. Make your stun save, please.
Righty. Luckily, I have a pretty good stun save. Boop. And submit. 6. I'm good.
All right, you rolled under your 10. You're good. That is its turn. Yeah, that's all it can do for now. It's going to be happy to park it there with Nug. You're not stunned right now, but in another 2 rounds, you're going to have to make another stun save. Alrighty, next in the order is going to be Nug.
Nug's going to make a monster lore check.
Okay.
So Nug just got absolutely walloped
And I'll say,
by this thing.
you guys watching from across the walkway, you can see this thing just hit him in the head. And you know he has like armor, and he's a tough guy, but it is a hard smack.
Dang.
Keep my wife's name out your
Holy
fucking
crap.
mouth.
Derek.
Did you see what he rolled?
In a rare...
10, 9, 3.
Doug rolled double critical plus 9, so 10, 10, 9 plus 3 for a total of 32 for his Monster Lord check.
The hit to the head illuminates
We're
his
actually
mind.
going to learn about this creature.
In a rare moment of clarity after getting absolutely decked in the
Hey,
head.
doesn't he learn via
he
osmosis?
learns via he has to be
It's the
touching
coloring book.
creature. It's the creature. He has the physical touch with the monster.
Technically, the DC to roll for this is either Witcher training or education, but I'll take it. I'll give you the real knowledge of this. You would know that this is an Arachas, and it is a very dangerous ambush predator. Though, incidentally, this one didn't ambush you. They stalk the swamps and floodplains of the continent primarily along the Pontar and Yaruga. And then apply a sort of camouflage to hide their entire massive body from sight. It is not magical. It's usually like hiding in a big log or shell, a rock, whatever part of the environment, etc., etc.
This guy was just hanging out.
The main thing you need to know, and I forgot to do this, and hand off the chess piece, so I'll do it next round, is that their claws can poison people. And we didn't do that, and I'm not going to go back and do it.
That's a good call.
But you also know that they have a lot of armor. They have a lot of hard armor, but they do have a soft spot on their back. And that lines up because you saw this one back up. And because of their hard armor, they only take half damage from bleeding, slashing, and piercing.
Oh, so they have damage resistance.
It would basically, even if you got a torso hit, you would quarter the normal damage.
I see.
Yeah, instead of halving it.
Interesting.
Is there anything else you'd like to learn with your massive success?
Just feed me the knowledge you think is useful.
That's the main things that I can see that are useful. I didn't know if there's anything specific you wanted.
Nope, that about covers what I need to know.
Okay.
All right, so Nug. Oof.
How you doing for hit points there, bud?
Almost half.
How you doing for hit points there, bud?
All right, Nug is going to take at least one swing at this thing, but what he's going to do is Nug is going to use Zweihander.
Okay.
He's going to spend 10 stamina to do it.
That's a lot of stamina.
Yes, but if he hits, it should be worth it. I'm going to roll my Zweihander. I'm going to spend the rest of my luck.
Yeah, I'm going to put a bottle cap on this too.
And I
All
have
right.
someone volunteering a bottle cap. So that's
If I
gonna
had
be
one, I'd volunteer it.
-3, +3. I'm going to treat this like a strong attack because that's basically... Oh, no. So I roll my Zweihander at equal because Zweihander is like a strong attack plus some, but it's with my body.
Right.
So it's -3, but I've just spent 3 luck, so it's evened out.
Okay.
So I'm basically going to roll this twice.
Okay, and take the better result from the bottle cap.
Yep. So that's
23.
23. And then that's 8 on the die. Not bad. And then the next one is... Come on, critical. 20. So 23 is the best result.
All right, and then I roll dodge escape like normal.
Yes, you roll your defense like normal.
Okay. All right. Well, I have a pretty good dodge as we've seen here, so let's see how this goes. Unfortunately, I jump out of the way yet again. I'm very lithe with all these legs.
Run.
You come down with a hard swing, but you narrowly miss hitting it in the body. That is your action. Would you like to spend stamina to take an extra action?
I really should.
You should get out.
Well, I'm going to run, but first, Nug is going to swing for all he's worth.
Fast strikes?
Yeah, because if I do a strong attack, it's going to be at a -6.
Yeah.
So yeah, fast strikes, -3, -3. Oh, this is Nug slowly falling apart.
Get
Okay.
out.
First attack critical. It is a 29.
29. Wow. All right, and then a 17. So let me roll my dodge escape. This is for the first one.
Don't forget to take stamina
Come
away
on,
for
fail,
each of
fail,
these.
fail. Oh,
Yeah.
he fails.
And
By a
then
bit too.
roll again. So you beat the first one by 9. So that's going to be a Simple critical.
Simple critical.
And then I beat the second one, so you're only going to
need
get one
something
hit.
This will be
That decreases its stats.
This is a silver weapon type creature.
Remember, so your normal damage
But
is...
it's silver weapon type creature first.
the critical?
Or it's not a
Does
monster.
the silver make a difference?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So then I'll roll my silver weapon like normal,
Yes.
which ends up being an 18. Very poor roll. And then location. 'Cause this could
Well,
make
that's
it-
what I was going to say. Separate it because the normal weapon you have is halved here, which is normal, but it needs to be quartered. So I can actually do the math on this real quick. That's going to be
22
22.
normal. So that's 5 quartered plus 7. So 12.
Okay. Total.
Yeah.
12 total damage.
And then roll location.
Is the thing about it is it's not going to get through its armor.
At all?
No.
No
It
matter-
has, I will pull the veil back because of your high monster lore. It has 20 armor when you're not hitting it in the soft spot.
Nugs
out.
blow ricochets off and he kind of misses the next one. He just goes, we gotta go. And he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's like, I don't think we could do this. And he stumbles down the walkway. He's like, we gotta go.
All right, that is your turn,
But
Nug.
Nug will then turn around and face it. Because facing is important.
Yeah. Okay, so that's your turn. Cool. Ineth, it is your turn now.
So I have an idea. Tell me if this would be useful. The last time we went shopping, I bought acid solution.
Okay.
And acid solution does 2d6 acid damage, but also does ablation damage to weapons and armor.
Okay.
So would that be able to do anything since we got such a good roll?
I would allow it.
I mean, it does.
I can throw it.
It's natural armor, which is the only real question here, but I'd allow it.
It still takes damage, though.
Okay.
So, like, I could throw it, and now that Nug's out of the way, this is a better time to throw it. It would be my body times 2 meters, which means I should be able to hit it if I do a good enough athletics attack.
Okay.
Because my body is 10.
And that's against my dodge escape still, right?
Yeah, I don't think I'll make it, but in the rare chance I crit and make it, I could do some damage to it from afar.
Actually, I don't think Derek gets to roll defense. You're throwing at a spot on the ground, and then it breaks and splatters. So, because we've done this once before, what you're throwing is I think the DC is based entirely off of distance.
The distance to it is about 12 meters if I'm throwing it to the ground next to it. Or I could go for 10 and have it hit.
What is your range?
Body times 2 meters, right?
Body times 2, my body is 10. I can get up to 20 meters.
So if it is 12 away, that is more than half, or...
Yeah, that's right, because these go by tables in the...
But I could move up a little bit and get closer to where it's 8 away. I could move enough to get 8 for its 8 away.
That would be closer to half. So just if you move the 1 square over, that's 10, and that's good enough. Your DC to beat would be 20.
And
Is
you're rolling
athletics?
athletics, right? Yeah, because it's dex.
Let's see.
At least that's how we figured it last time.
Athletics is +3 on my dex is 5. Oh crap, I can't make that. Not without crit.
Yeah.
Anybody got good athletics? I could give them my acid solution.
Nug does, but or he did before getting a concussion.
We just gotta go then. I can't. I mean, I could try. I have 3 of them, so I could try and just hope with 1 and hope I get a crit. But my chances of hitting it are slim to none at that case.
I mean, if your only way you can hit is with a crit, I wouldn't do it. But
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not you.
Well, then I could just shoot an arrow at it and try to do a little bit of piddly damage.
Try to get lucky. Arrow is free versus a bottle is a cost. So go ahead, take a shot.
Yep, I'll just take an arrow shot. That's not going to make it. I got an 18.
18. Well, I got to
You
roll.
can always fumble.
Yeah, I can always fumble. Yeah, no, I dodge. That's a 23 to beat that. So unless you want to do anything else, that can be your turn.
Yeah.
Okay. So Viverwind, it'll be your turn next in the order. Do you want to cast more magic, or do you want to start getting out of there?
I'm gonna cast magic at it to try and draw its attention away from Nug.
All right.
That's one of the reasons I was shooting. And for the rare chance of a crit.
All right. Oh, God.
All right, 18. I have to roll to dodge that.
Always fumble.
I've been rolling
2.
rocks on these dodge rolls, but let's see.
Good.
Crap.
I crit on the
29.
dodge. I'm totally good. Okay, so you can spend stamina to act again if you'd like, but that is your call.
I'll do that.
Okay.
It's like if you could hit, the fire damage would be clutch.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
What did you
That's
roll?
so no.
A fumble. Let's look up those magic fumbles.
It's a 7. I fumbled by 7.
You guys mashed the drowners, but
7. The magic that is already partially through you ignites inside you. Not only does the spell fail, but you suffer an elemental fumble effect as noted below. So your spell fails.
Yeah.
This is fire, right?
Yep.
yeah.
Your body bursts into flames. You take 1 point of damage for every point you fumbled by and are also on fire.
All right, so that'll be 7 points of damage, and now
on
you are
fire.
on fire. But Viverwin is a smart bitch and has a spell for just such an occasion. I remember you taking that just for this purpose.
No.
And armor
Yeah.
to get rid of that fire.
Unfortunately, you can't do it this turn, so you're going to take at least a little bit of a hit from being on fire before you can douse yourself.
It's okay.
But it shouldn't do any damage to you, if I remember your armor situation right. We'll
Yeah.
get to that when we get to that. All right, well, it did dodge just for bookkeeping sake. And it is now its turn. So it has 2 options here. It can go devour the choicest nug, if it would like to. Or, what?
No, sir.
Or it can go after Viverwin
Oh.
and
That's
shoot
not
a
good
web.
either.
Oh.
Ineth it doesn't really care about because
I've not done anything to it.
Ineth is a little bit less scary right now. So I'm going to roll a die.
I did just catch on fire.
A bigger,
He's like, look, she's hurting
a
herself.
more attractive target.
Yeah.
So I'm going to roll a die. 1 to 3. I will go by a choice nug. 4 to 6. I will shoot a web.
I mean, if the web hits you, the fire might, destroy the
I
web.
rolled a 6. No, it would actually make you grappled. If you want to go grab that condition real quick, Jacob. So it's going to shoot a web. This is going to be, I believe, something that you can dodge, Viverwin.
All right.
Yes, I have to make an athletics check, and I am going to have to move up to shoot it, I believe. So I'm going to make my athletics roll here, and you make me a dodge escape.
Oh, my God.
Oh, and I got it. I critted. That's a 10 and a 5 for a 26. You are now grappled by this web. Let's look at what grappled does here.
Grapple. You can roll to grapple hold of a target. While grappled, a target cannot move away from you and takes a -2 to all physical actions.
Okay.
Each turn, your opponent can attempt a dodge escape roll against your brawling to slip loose?
Yeah, so the way that's going to work is you can't move. You're going to take a -2 to all your actions that require like physical movement. And then you have to make, this is specific to my webbing ability, you're grappled until you make a DC 16 physique check or do 10 points of damage to the webbing.
Can I help with the damage to the webbing?
You absolutely can, but you are now effectively locked in place. You can still cast, but you'll have to do a -2 or make a DC 16 physique check to break out. And you're still on fire.
I feel like the webbing and the fire should counteract one another.
Well, if Metro
Or
Exodus is...
or the webbing is so wet when it hits it could put out the fire.
You know what? I'll leave it up to a luck roll. High
there
or
you go.
high or low.
Hi.
All right, high, it puts out the fire. I rolled a 5. You're lucky. The webbing does, in fact, put out the fire.
Ooh, that was fair. Luck roll.
That's why your
Web is wet.
players need to lobby
Always
their
lobby at
arguments.
your arguments.
I still like to leave things up to rolls, though. Okay, so that's its turn. I don't believe it can do anything else.
The dice tell the story.
I'm not going to be cruel and take an extra action in this case. Although I would very much like to be. Nug, it is now your turn.
Run, run.
And this is the turn that you have to make a stun save on
At the end
It
or
is.
beginning.
at the beginning.
Fraggle Rock.
Come on, Nug.
Life is like a hurricane.
We're good.
All right, you're good. You are not stunned.
Run.
1, 2, 3, 4. 5 is Nug's speed, and then he will strike at the web.
Okay, make a roll with your swordsmanship.
You need to be careful. You can't do too much damage.
If you kill me, I'm gonna laugh so fucking hard.
Wait, no, I'm striking the web, though.
I know. I still need a roll.
So this would just be 18.
18. All right, yeah, you have no problem. You cut through everything. Roll damage just for the fun of it, but you should be
Would this be cord or cord with silver?
cord.
19 damage.
All right, yeah, you have no problem cutting Viverwin out. Viverwin, you are no longer grappled. Nug, I believe that's your turn.
Yeah, the only bad news about this is you two could escape off the map. Nug has to make it one more monster turn before he can escape off the map, and it could hit him with web.
Yeah, it
So
could.
we'll find out.
Alrighty, so that is Nug's turn. That means next going to be Ineth.
I mean, I can attempt to hit it with my bow again,
Actually,
or I could run, but I don't want to
Actually.
leave you. Can I give you the acid solution? You have a better chance of hitting it than me.
I'm running. I'm running.
Actually, what?
Run.
Just run?
Just run. Nug says, no, wait, I take that back. No.
Can I shoot and then run?
It is up to you. I was going to do the fast draw, but I just realized that if I do fast draw, I have to attack that turn, and Nug's going to run because he can't even reach
But
the
like,
thing.
I could shoot and then get
So,
off the
like-
map in one movement.
Well, I mean, if you want, go ahead. Do what you want to do. That's just, no
I'm gonna shoot once and then get off the map.
no advice.
Alrighty.
I mean, there's always the chance you could crit and do some damage, right?
Yeah, and there's a chance you could fumble, but let's not think about that.
I'm trying not to think about that.
The web is bleeding.
Shut up. All right, go ahead and roll your archery.
I am. I'm working on it. I'm going through all the submits.
Submit.
Decapitate.
I got a 17. Probably not going to hit.
It could fumble.
17.
It could fumble.
It could fumble.
It could fumble so hard.
It really could,
You can't roll rocks all night.
but it's fine.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, now I'm going to get off map. Well, I can get off map in one movement.
Yeah,
so.
you're good. You're good. Okay, so that's your turn. Viverwin is going to be your turn.
I'm going
Scared.
to spend this turn catching my breath.
Recover.
Yes.
Oh,
All right.
Now I feel bad
Stamina
about
is
getting
so
off map.
important.
Yeah, and it's harder to recover outside of combat. So that's your turn. Next
And I'm
is
not
going
leaving
to
you
be
alone.
the monster.
its turn.
You told me to run. I feel bad now.
No, I told you to run. Nug said run. Nug said, oh, you're run.
Run.
We get
I'm
out of here.
I should mention I'm only one square off map because I literally couldn't
You
get far.
stop that.
It moves back onto the bridge. And what you notice, Nug, because you actually, apparently, this is one of the few monsters you know quite a bit about with that 30-something monster lore roll.
Delicious.
It has quite a bit longer reach than the normal Arachas.
Makes about sense.
And it is going to reach you and do 2 claw attacks.
it doesn't have to.
It does.
I really don't want it to. Nug gonna die.
And this time, I will remember to roll the poison.
Do it.
This is how we lose Nug.
It could attack me, Derek.
Nope.
No, it couldn't.
It couldn't. It can only reach Nug. So that's going to be 21 against your dodge escape or block or whatever else.
No fumbles.
Come on.
No fumbles.
Not the best roll for me, I think.
17.
All
So
right,
you
so
hit.
I do hit. All right,
But you don't fumble. He doesn't crit.
Yep, no crits, just a regular hit. So this is going to be 5d6. Let's see if I can get
Oh,
through your
good
armor.
heavens. Please roll low.
Not guaranteed.
Please
18.
roll low.
It does not get through your
Doesn't
armor,
get through my armor.
but it smacks you something great. However, I think I am going to have it do the poison effect still.
It doesn't hurt Nug.
Does it? But
doesn't
does
get
it
to
get
his
through
bloodstream.
the armor? Should it be able to poison
You know
him?
what? Let's look at what the description is here.
Because I would think it would have to get to his bloodstream or his
Yeah.
skin at least to poison him.
I mean, I look at it kind of like you do at Pathfinder. A lot of the poison effects in Pathfinder, it's like you have to be actually damaged by it for it to take effect.
It doesn't say
Now,
that.
this is a
here.
separate game, but like it's the if Nug did damage with his cord, but it didn't get through the armor,
it wouldn't have the bleed
bleeding.
effect.
it wouldn't have the bleed effect.
If
Right?
Okay.
Would
No, you're
Viv
right.
still catch it on fire?
No, the fire is different. The fire, I would, because you can catch the
You can
armor
catch anything on fire.
All right, then
But
I will
like-
avoid the poison. Fair point. Here's the second attack.
Okay.
Come on. Dodge, dodge, dodge.
Is your critical? I'm not looking.
Not great. Go ahead and roll.
Oh,
All
You
right.
dodge.
You dodge. You're
It
totally
was an
fine.
18 versus a 21.
All right. Yeah, I got 18. You got 21. You are fine.
get out of here!
GTFO protocol.
And it is going to.
But wait, you don't want to
What?
leave Viv alone.
There's no
I'm
attacks.
sorry I got off
There's no
map.
attacks of opportunity.
It's going to move back one,
Cool to run.
and that's going to be its turn. Nug, it's your turn.
Get out of there.
Nug is a little angry. So out of spite, Nug is going to pull out a Zircanian fire.
I'm going to smack him on the head just a little
He's
bit.
going to
But he can still run after.
Yeah.
yeet the Zircanian fire
It's
at
actually
this
really
thing.
close.
Yes, it is.
You should have taken my acid solution.
Yeah,
It
but
would do
like,
damage to its armor and weapon.
I didn't think it was going to move closer to us, so I wasn't going to. This Nug has 20. This thing is, what, 4 meters away?
Yeah.
He's going to aim to hit it. So that's going to be within a quarter of the listed, so DC is 15.
Yep. Roll athletics. Nope,
You
that's
miss.
a fail. In this game,
This isn't a DC. This isn't a defense. I met the DC.
no, you have to beat all DCs in this game.
Have to exceed the DC.
Yep.
Oh.
In the basic intro chapter, whenever there's a DC, you have to beat it.
All right, in that case,
Drag
I
Viv
will
out with you.
roll a 1d10 to see where it lands.
Okay.
Because it's so big, it could still land on it.
Or do a little damage.
Getting spiteful. 3, so it lands in front of it.
Which means it falls into the basin.
It falls into the basin, and Nug says, well, all right, and he looks at Viverwin. Oh, we gotta go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and he's off the map.
Okay. All right. Ineth, it's your turn. You're already off the map, so we'll swing back around to Viverwin.
Did I see how fast this thing was moving?
It moves is about it's about 5 for its speed.
Get out.
And it has reach.
Yep.
One of us isn't making it out of here.
Why?
It's going to catch us
But this is its lair. Why would it leave its lair?
because it's attacking us.
You could just bamf out right now.
I mean, it's attacking us because we were in here. It's an ambush predator. I don't think it would follow
Yeah,
us.
I'm pretty certain if we get out, we're good. You could bamf out in one move, in one action, and be gone.
All right, I'm going to move out then.
All right, one move out. What's your
Yeah.
speed?
8.
Your speed is 8?
So 4.
Yeah, so you can boogie on out of there. You can probably get ahead of Ineth even. All right, so you all go back into the main chamber where all the drowner bodies are. You see Hugo, and he's still unmoving and solid.
I'm going
Is
to
there-
keep watch to see if it follows us.
Is there a way we could enlist Hugo to help us?
You see,
wish.
as you run out of the room, it doesn't even cross the bridge. As soon as it sees you leave, it just kind of disappears back into its hovel. And as you look back into this room, Nug, you need to make a stun save.
Oh, yeah. Nug has a concussion. Nug leans over and throws up. Because concussion. But he's
Should
not
have bought
stunned.
smelling salts.
You're
I
not
could bring you
stunned,
back.
but you feel horrible. You're in this horrible smelling, miasma filled sewer as this thing creeps back into the depths from whence it came. And that's where we're going to pick up next time.
Running back with our tails between our legs.
We need to leave the sewers and heal for a bit.
come back better prepared.
Recuperate. Well, first off, we gotta stable.
We need a witcher.
Excuse me.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Third Gallon Podcast. If you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing, rating, and reviewing us. If you want to see more from us, check out our website, thirdgallon.com, or follow us on Twitter. We are at Third Gallon, that's THIRD Gallon. You can also tweet at us using the hashtag Third Gallon, and we are on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook with the same handle, at Third Gallon. We also publish a video version of this podcast on YouTube, which you can find on our channel, The Third Gallon. Our ambience for this episode was composed by Michael Ghelfi, and you can find more of his work at youtube.com/Michael Ghelfi Music, and you can support his awesome work at patreon.com/Michael Ghelfi. Our theme music for this season was composed by Alexander Nakarada. You can find more of his work at serpentsoundstudios.com and support him at patreon.com/A-Nakarada. That's patreon.com/ANAKARADA. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next time. I would like to propose a ban on Metal Tube.
Agreed.
Metal Tube, bad. Metal Tube, the cause for so much suffering.
Unless
So much.
it's the train metal tube.
No, that's Metal Box.
Metal Box. Metal
That's
Box
metal
is
box?
fine.
Okay,
Yeah.
metal box.
Metal Box is fine.
Metal Tube is Bullet Train. Bullet Train too fast. Nope.
No Metal Tube. Only
Regular
Metal
train.
Box.
Hear me
Computer, Metal Box. Airplane, Metal Tube.
Tunnel, metal tube.
No,
Tunnels
tunnel,
are scary too.
Stone Tube.
Unless it's the
concrete
secret
tube.
tunnel.
Oh, secret
Tunnel
tunnel,
metal.
through the mountain.
Through the mountain. Secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel.
Secret
I think
tube.
Secret tunnel.
The problem with
Secret tunnel.
human history is we went from pointy stick to metal tube.
Too
and
fast.
That was just the worst decision we've ever
Arrogance
collectively
of
made.
man.
What is sword but sharpened metal tube?
Well, the
Flattened,
sword is pointy
sharpened
stick.
metal tube.
Oh,
Pointy
that's right.
stick.
Pointy stick.
But
That's
boomstick,
right.
metal tube bad.
Yes.
Metal tube bad.
Metal
tube
tube
bad.
bad.
No, person who holds metal tube bad.
Proposition. Proposition.
Metal tube is not bad guy, but bad guy used
Metal
metal
tube
tube.
is used by bad guy.
Metal tube. LaCroix metal tube.
No, LaCroix isn't bad.
No,
LaCroix
bad.
is good.
Box?
No,
Bad. It's soda. Bad.
Box.
Is
Metal
soda
box?
can is a soda can a metal tube or a metal box?
It's metal. It's box.
It's not even a metal tube. It's a can.
No, box have corner. Can no have corner. Can metal tube.
Is corner?
No.
No, because
It's
like
ridge.
a Coca-Cola, you would say a Coca-Cola is fine.
The Coca-Cola is
No,
fine, but
metal
the
tube
metal
bad.
tube is bad.
Yeah, metal tube bad.
Coca-Cola come in plastic tube. Plastic tube good.
I mean,
Get Coke and bag.
I could
Fine.
agree. I could agree upon.
Coke in bag.
Coke and bag.
No. I could agree upon reusable glass bottles
This-
for all sodas.
That's
This-
not metal.
That's a tube.
Metal
but like, no,
tube
we
bad.
could take away the cans and use glass bottles.
Metal straw.
metal tube.
No, metal straws are nice.
Metal straw washable save planet.
We have a
Tube.
silicone bit for your teeth so you don't
Small
hit the top.
tube. Small tube, not gun
Still
tube,
tube.
not airplane tube.
Metal
Small
tube,
tube.
bad.
Metal straw good.
Plastic tube kill planet, but plastic tube good.
Reuse plastic tube.
Reuse.
See, the
plastic
perfect compromise between plastic tube and paper tube, which is the worst, is metal tube.
We should stop
Pasta.
talking about
This is the worst.
And this is the worst
that's
banter ever.
metal
Tube.
tube.
We should
That's
start over.
grain tube.
Single, long, pasta.
No,
Tube.
because Jacob,
But it's not metal. It's not
pasta is a tube.
metal. Not bad. Tube not bad. Metal tube bad.
This is the
Question.
worst. We should stop.
Glass tube?
Metal tube bad. Listen, you guys are making this too
Jacob.
complicated.
Jacob, what about cannons?
Metal tube bad. Simple rule. Metal good, tube good, metal tube bad.
Metal tube is like fruit cake. Fruit good, cake good, fruit cake bad.
Yes, that I will agree. Fruit good, cake good, fruit cake bad.
We really need to restart this.
We need to restart. This is bad. Let's go back to the to the travel.